So here we are at part 2. I kind of took a pause to think about where I was going with this. Because just like life, you begin and, something and you're like, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is going to... And you, like I said before, you have no idea what's going to happen. So you just start anyway. And then you just take a pause. And like I said before, you start thinking about what you know is similar to what you're trying to go with. Now, the Word of God talks about how there is nothing new under the sun. And this is so very true. So, in creating this, I said, okay, what does this look like? And what do I feel like God is saying to me? And so I said, well, looks like I said before, two birds, like you can still see it, but like the heads of a bird. And so I said, okay, let me see. Word talks about the sparrow. And I know he watches over the sparrow, and I know he watches over me. So, you notice I brought this, can you see that? Way over here, and I was like, what is that? First I was like, that looked like a little genie bottle, but then I was like, no, that's not straight enough for that. And like I said, I heard the Lord say that he watches over me. Now I don't know how perfect this is going to look, but I know that, with the bird, they have feathers. So in me creating, as you can see, what, looks like feathers, some of the lines are a little bit closer so that that definition can be obvious there. So just fill in the colors here and create the volume of the body of the bird. Because see, there's a head here, you notice. And then like I said, I still see like another one. That's why this over here is kind of like, all right, the wing that is flailing of the other bird there. And I don't know how, perfect that's going to look, or how close to bird feathers that's going to be, but this is what I see, And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what's so awesome about pointillism, that it's easy to correct your mistakes. It's easy to just add on and, see some other points of view and see the parallels. Because, as a parallelist, I'm going to see a parallel in here somewhere. Yeah. You notice how the dots are very random, but deliberate at the same time. And again, like life, what you're doing will look so random, Lord have mercy. But in your mind, you have a vision. You have a vision of what you see. You know it's there. You like, yo, you don't understand. Like, if you could just see what I see, and a person's like, yo, okay, I kind of see where you're going with this, but it ain't for them to see. It's really not, because it's in you. It's in you. God placed it inside of you. And you don't have to see it. Yeah. I just hope you see it as I'm creating this. You see these dots. And you know, when you endeavor to do something like this, you be like, man, I don't know how to draw. You really don't know how. You don't have to know how to draw. You just have to be able to see. See where you're going with this. Just be able to see. See not only with your eyes, but see in your heart. And like I said, sometimes you have to take a look at something that may have been done before. And what I did when I took a pause was I looked at images of birds. Because when the Lord spoke to me about the sparrow, I saw these sparrows with their wings flying up like this. And some of them were just perched right there on the tree. And you know what's so crazy? I don't know about you when you do this, and it's relaxing as it can be. You get anxious. You go from being relaxed to being anxious. Because right now I'm just anxious to see how it's going to turn out. But it's not the kind of anxious that is uncomfortable, but the kind of anxious that is like, it's exciting. And it makes you slow down even more, deliberately, so that you can see what you're working on. And what I'm working on, I'm beginning to see. And just like life, you have to keep working on it until the end, until you actually see it. No matter how frustrating it is, no matter how exhausting it is, you have to keep working on it. And you know, it's crazy because I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these feathers, and I'm like, yo, this right here, it doesn't look like, the size. So I'm going to just add a little bit more right here. Because I know that, it expands farther than this. Now, you notice this little line right here, right? I'm not going to completely ignore it. But now I'm like, okay. When I was creating this before and I made that deliberate, or not deliberate, but, well, yeah, everything is deliberate. That line out of nowhere, way out there, before I saw the birds, I was like, okay, what should I do with that line?